Hey kids, to go along with this lesson, speed and motion, there are three really, really important scientific laws discovered by Sir Isaac Newton that go along with motion, and they're very important for you to know. So we're going to go through them today and then next week. So you're going to hear my voice at times along with the study jams because I want to stop and tell you guys some things. This first law is about a scientific law called inertia. Inertia. It looks like a weird word. And as we go through the study jams, you'll find out what it is.
Hey, can you give me a hand?
Nah,
Oh, RJ, this sofa's heavy. Can you help me move it?
I'm reading something. Can't we do it later?
Man, talk about inertia.
Inertia? What do you mean? I'm just chilling.
More like frozen in place. A perfect example, since inertia has to do with how things move. Or don't. It's Isaac Newton's first law of motion. The first part says that because of inertia, objects in motion will keep moving at the same speed in the same direction.
Forever?
Yep. Unless some force changes their motion.
Okay, so I want to stop right there for a second. So inertia, this first law is inertia. Okay, objects in motion are going to keep moving the same speed and in the same direction, like the skateboard, unless something changes their motion. We'll figure out what those are, friction and gravity, but you'll hear that later. Okay, so inertia. You're going to also hear the phrase, an object in motion is going to stay in motion. So something that's moving wants to keep moving. And then the other part of that, or an object at rest, wants to stay at rest. If something is stopped, it doesn't want to start moving.
Come on. How can something keep moving forever?
Well, think about Mia on her scooter. Once she starts rolling, she just keeps on going.
Yeah, until she runs into some gravel or something.
That's because gravel causes friction. It makes her slow down and stop.
Yeah, but she would have stopped eventually.
Not if there wasn't any friction or another force to stop her. That's the most important part of Newton's law. If Mia was zipping along in outer space where there's no friction, once she started moving, she wouldn't need another force or push to keep her moving. She'd just keep going at the same velocity forever.
Velocity? Isn't that like speed?
Well, speed and direction.
Okay, that's an important word. In our actual lesson videos, it will be our next video, but you need to know it now for the purpose of this. Velocity is speed, but in a given direction. So what direction you're going plus the speed that you are at.
Wow. Can you imagine Mia going straight out into space?
Now that would be a trip. Speaking of trips, inertia is what makes you slide sideways when you're riding in a car that makes a sharp turn.
Really?
Oh yeah, when you're driving along, even though you don't feel it, your body's moving as fast and in the same direction as the car. If the car turns fast, your body keeps moving in the direction you were going before the turn.
Okay, so when the car turns, you're going to keep, your body wants to go in the same direction you were going. So you're going, as you can see, you're going to slide a little bit the other way.
If you're turning left, you'll slide to the right. See?
That's wild. I think I'm getting it. But what about the sofa? You said it has inertia, but how? It's standing still.
Yeah, and so's the scooter after it stops. Lucky for us, Newton discovered that the same rules work for all objects. So part 2 of Newton's first law says that because of inertia, objects at rest will stay at rest unless a force makes them move.
What kind of force?
Well, Mia can push off with her foot to get enough force to start moving again.
So how come you couldn't make the sofa move?
Well, the heavier things are, the more inertia they have.
Okay, that's important. Okay, the heavier something is, the more inertia it has. Think of a semi truck compared to like a beetle bug or something little. Okay, so the heavier it is, the more inertia it has.
And the harder it is to make them move.
That sofa is really heavy.
That's why I needed your help?
Yeah, I get you. So let's go over this inertia thing again. I want to be sure I've got it. Newton's first law of motion says that because of inertia, objects in motion will keep moving at the same velocity, that's speed and direction, and objects at rest will stay at rest, unless a force changes things. Friction is one kind of force. It can make a moving object slow down or stop. Heavier objects are harder to move or stop because they have more inertia.
Okay, this page is really important. The questions you're going to have, a lot of them are directly from this page. So you might want to screenshot it while I have it stopped or be able to come back to it. But all four of those points are really important. Objects in motion are going to stay in motion. Velocity is speed and direction together. Friction is anything like rough or anything that slows something down. And then again, heavier objects have more inertia.
Impressive, RJ. I think you got inertia down.
Thanks. Now, how about I get over it and help you move that heavy thing?
Well, I don't want to force you, but I'd love it.